2 rounds to go in SKG Season 12, and for round 9 we arrive in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Way back in 2004, this venue became the first in the Middle East to host an F1 race, and it has become a consistent feature in the calendar since then. It's a third consecutive season that SKG has raced under the lights at the Bahrain International Circuit, but tonight it could become its first to decide a World Championship. 5.4 kilometres, 15 turns, and 5 drivers all in with a shot. Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome to the penultimate round of Season 12 here in SKG Tier 1. My name is George Sanderson, and alongside me in the commentary box, as always, is Ollie Lois. Ollie, 2 rounds to go. It's getting to the business end of the season now. We could be confirming both titles here tonight. How much are you looking forward to this one?
Yeah, probably looking forward to this one more than any other race so far this season. I mean, this is where it's going to get spicy. It's where drivers are going to go for sends that I'm sure they won't usually go for.
So arguably the most important qualifying session of the season so far. Let's take a look at your starting grid and just the 16 drivers taking part in this one. Swifty not setting a lap time in qualifying. Third place man in the championship, Marius Anderson, 15th on the grid with his teammate 14th. It's a 4th time in the last 5 races neither Ferrari has made the top 10. Sneaky Liger up 7 places from where he started in Austria, with Gatcha just a 100th of a second outside the top 10. Ice Cream sneaking in the Aston Martin. Panos is 9th for McLaren, and then an all-reserve row 4 of Goat Ghosty and Jivadar, just half a tenth between the two of them. Josh Rose is out qualified by Takubi for a 6th time this season. He starts on P6 with Parker in 5th. Milan reserves to Red Bull yet again, with Brand getting his best ever qualifying position, but on the front row it is Katsby and Jacek who grabs his first pole position of the season, just 700ths ahead of Takubi. Here we go then, Katsby and Jacek and Takubi share the front row for the 4th time this season, and it's lights out in Bahrain. Katsby leads us away for the first time in Season 12, and he's got a good start as well. He's going to hold the lead into Turn 1. In fact, Takubi is going to drop down into 3rd place rather. He's coming under pressure from the Mercedes. He just about holds on through Turn 2, but Katsby almost a second clear already as we run down towards Turn 4. You can see drivers going side by side in the background. Milan is just ahead of this battle between Jivadar and Josh Rose over 6th place. It'll be the V-Carb who comes out on top as they try and go side by side. Josh skips across the curb slightly. Jivadar goes off wide, and that has pushed Josh down into 8th place out at the front. Parker has overtaken Takubi for 2nd place. The Mercedes up into P2 on the soft tyres though, compared to the hard tyres of the V-Carb, now in 3rd place. Back out at the front, he couldn't get him last time around, but Parker is tucked right in the slipstream of Katsby and Jacek, and here comes the Mercedes, the 2 drivers on the soft tyres as you can see in the top left corner, and Parker gets the move done at the 2nd time of asking. The Mercedes leads the way, but goes a bit deep at turn 2. Turn 1, and that could leave him vulnerable to Katsby as we head down the 2nd DRS straight.
Who's that?
Yellow
it's Takubi! Takubi's round!
Takubi has spun off and goes to the back of the field. This is huge for the championship. He's got a bit of polystyrene stuck on his car. What has happened to our championship leader here?
Bray, I have to get my wing because Tashibi spun.
Bro, what is happening?
Ach du heilige, was passiert denn hier?
Bro, look behind you.
Ja, Digga, 4 weit in die Kurve rein kann
They are 4 wide taking out each other.
Ja, was machen die denn? Okay, alles klar. Nehme ich dankend an, Leute.
Bro, what
Easy.
is happening?
Wie viele Plätze habe ich da jetzt gut gemacht? 5? Und fast wieder alles
I know, bro. It's f***ing chaos down here. They're just taking each other out
Ich
left
habe
and
viel
right,
zu
bro.
viele
It's
Quersteher
crazy.
eigentlich. Aber ich weiß nicht groß, was ich falsch mache. Oh, Digga, mach jetzt nicht free wide, bitte. Okay, dann fahr vorbei. Oh, oh. Ich bin gesandwiched. Ja.
TTRE Ice Cream is getting overtaken by Panos Veras's McLaren, and he gets himself up into 4th place. Look at the train in the background though. Marius Anderson and Hookid battling over 6th place, and Swifty has dropped all the way down into P11 there as Josh is trying to go side by side with Hookid through turns 1 and 2. Josh squeezed to the inside through the left-hander, then squeezes back the Ferrari through the right-hander, and they're still side by side as we go towards turn 4, but the Ferrari narrowly ahead. He was only reserving for Haas, I believe. Oh no, he was full-time, sorry. New driver in at Haas, as we see a little wiggle in the background there from Lufu as he's on his way past the sneaky lagger. Will he get the move done? Just about. He gets himself up into 11th place, but that was quite funny. These guys have really dropped away from Ice Cream and Panos, by the way. Both the Aston Martin and McLaren are on the hard compound of tyres.
Hold up. Retired is in the pits, and retired is retired.
Oh dear. So we take our way over to the stats. He's changed his name to Poke Fun at his unwanted record at the moment. He has got the 2nd most retirements in Tier 1 history. That is now his 15th DNF in 19 races. Out at the front, the top 2 pit at the same time. At the end of lap 10, Catsper and Parker into the pit lane. Milan carries on. The Red Bull takes the lead in Bahrain, and then you see Ice Cream and Panos Veras going neck and neck down the pit straight towards turn 1. Panos will take what is now 2nd place. Ooh. But where does Catsby and Jacek come out here? He is behind. He is behind the Mercedes. Yeah, Parker jumping the Williams in the pit lane. And Josh Rose just about sticking within the DRS of Hookid. He is 9/10 back here on lap 12. Ooh. As he runs wide though there through turn 13. That will either have got him a warning or just cost him a little bit of time. He will just stay within the DRS.
Believe it or not, that was not a warning.
It wasn't. This might be at the final corner. He's gone wide again.
Should we have a look again?
Josh. He's
Believe it or not,
have a look again, Ollie.
That was not a warning. Wow.
How?
He's getting lucky.
Wow. The people are going to start accusing it of the FIA being biased towards VCARB here, and we can't possibly comment, myself and Ollie, but who knows if a tenner has been slipped over the table or not? Who's to say?
Oh my god, I thought Casper was heading into the wall there, but it turns out to be Lufu who lost the back end and looked like he hit the wall, but I don't think he did. I think no damage for the Alpine, but there goes Casper on Lufu, and the next car ahead is his championship rival of Takubi. So, like you say, damage limitation, I think, for Takubi. Now all he can do is just do his best and at least finish in the points.
Catsby and Jacek is yet to win so far this season, and that means even if he wins with the fastest lap, Takubi would still be ahead of him in the championship, as we see the 2 title protagonists go side by side. Takubi defending from Catsper on the fresh tyres, but Catsper looks like he's going to get that move done fairly simply. Oh, and or is he? They're still side by side, and Takubi holds on very nicely indeed, but it will be the inside line into turn 8 for the Williams. And on fresher tyres, he brakes later and gets the move done. He is still trying it, Takubi, and he's in fact... Casper. Oh, it's a switchback from Catsper. It's fantastic stuff by the Williams, but Takubi is still there. He will not give this up. He does not want to let his championship rival through, even though they are not fighting for position on track, with Takubi still yet to pit. But eventually Catsper gets the move done into turn 11. The Williams up into 8th place. Takubi down to 9th, but he's going to try and send it down the inside now into turn 13. But Catsper's wise to it and holds on to 8th place. But fantastic racing between the 2 title protagonists here, as Parker's now going to get involved and go down the inside of both of them into the final couple of corners. The Mercedes up to 8th. Takubi having a look on Catsper, but not close enough to get the move done, and has to settle for P10. Yeah, lap 17 of 29. It's coming towards the pit stops territory for the hard tyres. Milan has just very calmly gone about his races. We have a virtual safety car for Lufu, who has spun and lost all of his front wing. And this is huge. Into the pits comes Milan, and you only lose about 13 seconds under VSC or safety car for making a pit stop. He should be coming out around about with our previous race leaders. But you can see there on the left-hand side all the tyres as we have gone back to green flag racing. We have a mix now. We have the 2 leaders on the oldest tyres on the grid, apart from Swifty in 9th place, who is on 8-lap old hards. Then you have everyone on new soft tyres, apart from Hukid and Panos, who have opted for the yellow wall mediums. With Takubi in P10 and Milan only 3rd, he is out of contention. However, Milan is catching the leaders very quickly, so we can't rule him out just yet. He has the fastest lap of the race as well, which is an extra point to his name, and he's only 2.2 seconds back.
Yeah, it's just, I swear like a lap ago it was like
Look
nearly
at this
4
train
seconds.
as well.
What?
Yeah, he is absolutely flying. Look at the train as well for what is 4th place. Ice Cream was leading it, and he's about to lose at least 2 places as there goes Josh Rose down the inside of all of them and pushing them off, and that is naughty from the V-Carb. I wouldn't be surprised if that sees the steward's desk. That was far too late on the brakes by the British driver. He took 2 drivers off the circuit, and I think Josh Rose might have a penalty coming his way for that one.
Yeah, I just looked over and saw the V-Carb out of nowhere come up the inside of Panos, I think it was.
You have.
Yeah. Then one.
As Milan is just pushing Casper through turn 3 there. It's very, very close by. Will he think of a move?
He's thinking of it. Casper thought of a move on the Mercedes, and I think, if anything, that move was to try and stop Milan from getting through, but it's not worked very well, as we're almost going 3 wide here towards turns 5, 6 and 7. Milan has to back out of it, but Casper really getting close to the back of the Mercedes, almost making the move into turn 6. We head down the pit straight as we go on to lap 26 then. We'll see Katsby and Jacek move out of the slipstream to get past Parker, but here comes Milan as well. Will he think of making both moves into turn 1? Not this time around, however, he has got past the Mercedes. Milan on the soft tyres up into 2nd place, and now he'll have a go at Katsby and Jacek down the 2nd DRS straight. The Williams cannot defend this time around. We see battles in the background for the 2nd pack, but Milan is going all the way around the outside at turn 4 to take the race lead off the Williams. The Red Bull leads in Bahrain, jumping further down the field. Look at the action here for 4th place. Hukid continues to lead this pack, but Takubi is up into 5th place. What a recovery from the V-Carb after being involved in an incident earlier in the race. We were going side by side further back between Goat Ghosty and Ice Cream. Ice Cream's been on the podium the last 2 races in a row. The Haas is reserving from tier 2. It's a bit of a skill imbalance here between the 2 of them, but they're side by side towards turn 10. Round the outside goes the Haas, and he holds on to the position. Fantastic work by Goat Ghosty. Out at the front, Milan continues to lead. He held off the chasing pack behind him this time around. He currently leads with the fastest lap, but with Takubi up in P4, as Ollie just said, that will not be enough to keep Milan in the championship fight. He needs Takubi no higher than P9. Here we go then, down towards turn 1 for the final time in this race. Katsby and Jacek pokes his nose down the inside of Milan. There is contact into turn 1, but Milan will emerge in the race lead. Parker has a golden opportunity here, as both of the top 2 have compromised runs out of turn 1. Will he be close enough to make a move? Not this time around. They all stay in single file through turn 4. One more DRS straight to go. Here we go then for Milan. Will he be able to hold off the Williams as we head down towards turn 11? The Williams is gaining. The Williams is sending it. The Williams is up the inside. Katsby and Jacek level with Milan through turn 11. They rise up the hill through turn 12. It's still side by side between 2 of our title protagonists this season, but Katsby can't get the move done. Can he get the run out of turn 13, heading down the hill? Slight wiggle for the Williams, but he pulls out of the slipstream to the inside line. Katsby and Jacek takes the lead in Bahrain, but Milan holds it round the outside through the final corner on the final lap. It's a sprint race to the line. Here comes Katsby and Jacek, who wins in Bahrain. Parker in 2nd, Milan down to 3rd across the line. It's a photo finish under the lights. Takubi will cross the line in 4th place. A fantastic recovery by the V-Carb. Talk about drama. A drag race to the line in which Katsby and Jacek picks up his first win in his last 9 starts. Parker gets his second P2 finish in 3 races, and Milan returns to the podium for the first time since his win in Spain, also picking up the fastest lap. Takubi recovers from an early spin to get P4, but is 10 seconds off the podium finishes, with Hukid and Panos directly behind him. Gogosi gets an impressive P7 as he reserves from Tier 2, with Marius Anderson and Josh Rose both out of title contention, Josh's penalties dropping him to 10th. Lofu, Bran and Lagoy are remaining finishers, with Swifty, Gatcher and Jivadar out, Bulgarian now having 7 DNFs in a row. In terms of what that means in the drivers' standings, we have a 2-horse race going into the finale, with Catsbear halving the gap to Takubi to just 13 points. Milan's up 2 places into 3rd in what is a very heated battle between himself, Marius and Josh, with the 2 Mercedes level on points. Just 10 points separate Parker in 6th and Mikash down in 10th, with Panos and Hukid separated by 1 point. The Tier 1 Constructors' Championship goes to the final day, with VCAB needing 13 points to guarantee the title. The battle for 3rd to 7th is separated by just 19 points, but Ferrari do have a 10-point cushion to 4th. Alpine drop from 4th to 7th, and just 9 points separate the bottom 3. And finally, in the overall standings, Aston Martin appear to be champions-elect heading into the final round, 93 points clear at the top. Just 12 points now separate VCAB and Williams, after the latter had wins in both Tiers 1 and 2. Alpine and Ferrari are level on points, but the French team are ahead due to more P2 finishes, when McLaren only sits behind the pair. Season 12 comes to a close next week around Mexico City. Make sure you're following us on Twitch so you catch all the action from all 3 tiers as it happens, and subscribe right here on YouTube so you don't miss any of the highlights. You do not want to miss this race. We'll see you next week.